I just got an email from Sam's Club because Monty's off this week.
Okay.
So I just got an email from Sam's Club with everything that he bought this morning. I'm like, you had 3 things on the list. $70 later. Oh, well.
So the 3 things did not total $70. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that he had 3 things on his list and items purchased 10, total $70.
Do you want to share any of those items, or are you?
I mean, I don't know. You? Okay, so mayonnaise, mustard, bread, ham, tuna, easy mac and cheese cups, sausage links. But there's 2 things that I don't know what they are.
Oh.
Kinder Blend, and he bought 2 of them.
What is it?
Kinder Blend?
Kinder Blend.
Kinder Blend? Kinder Blend?
I'm going to look that up. What's the other thing?
HVR dry seas. So I'm wondering if that's like a dry seasoning.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, what's Kinder Blend?
Kinder Blend. It's another seasoning.
Oh, my.
So he's up for seasoning some things.
That's $30 in seasonings.
Wow.
$30 in seasonings. I mean, watch out.
Yeah, when I searched for it online, they have anywhere between $4 and $13 off the first.
Okay.
$15. Here's one that's $40. Yeah, because you can buy a multi-pack. Okay.
To be fair, Matt, he is like the grill master, and, you know, he does use those seasons. So he may just be low, and it's time to renew. That does sound a little harsh when I'm like, $30 on seasonings. Yeah, I don't know. It's not like $30 on garlic salt.
The sausage links.
Yeah.
What do you think about those? Is that a good buy or no?
Yes.
Are those for him to grill or?
No,
breakfast?
Those are for the kids for breakfast.
Oh, okay.
Breakfast sausages. Yeah.
Those would be good inside that mac and cheese also.
Well, see, I was thinking this sounds like the Lent starter pack. The easy mac and cheese, the 8-pack of tuna, the mayonnaise, the mustard. Besides the sausage and the ham, it's like, watch out, Fridays and Lent. We're coming for you.
So have you given up anything for Lent, by the way?
Our family is going to do another day of meatless. We're going to do meatless Mondays.
Oh, okay.
In addition to Fridays. And on Sunday, no matter how busy our Sunday is, we are going to sit down. Now, we decided this yesterday, so we haven't done it yet. So it sounds really kind of not elaborate. It seems like a big goal for us, but I think we can do it. We're going to sit down and say 10 Hail Marys together, and we are also going to include our weekly intentions together. So not just like,
oh man,
praying 10 Hail Marys. I know I listened to a podcast yesterday with the girls in the room about Lent and Ash Wednesday and trying to do things more together versus like giving things up, because sometimes when people give things up, it's more like a diet versus like
exercise. How
can it help them? Yeah. So they were listening. And so when we were talking about what we're going to do for Lent as a family, that was one of the suggestions. I was like, hey, watch out. So I'm not going to turn it down. It's just going to be my job to like, you know, facilitate it. Hey, it's Sunday. Let's do it. So
are you getting rosaries out to count the 10 Hail Marys, or are you doing that a different way?
I mean, we could. We could.
Or you're just going to go 1 Hail Mary full of grace, 2 Hail Mary,
no.
3.
Finley got a rosary. I think she was in like first grade, and it is a beautiful rosary, and it was not a cheap rosary, and it's just gorgeous. And every year they have to have a rosary at school. I'm like, you're not taking that one. Take one of the cheap ones, because I don't want it to be broken or lost. And
gift from a family member, or
yes, and it was a kind of sweet setup. Like it was right around Christmas that she had a dream that she had this beautiful rosary, and she was talking to my mom about it, and it was very elaborate in description of color, and my mom found one that looked like the one from her dream.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I never let her touch it.
Sounds right.
So it's tucked away in a safe place where it will never be broken. So this might be a good opportunity for her to have visitation with her rosary.
Well, that's nice of you, yeah.
I know. And my mom's so funny. She's like, you should really let her use that. I'm like, no. Because I know I ruined all the good stuff that my grandmothers gave me. So trying to help her out here.
You think the beads are going to go flying all over the place? Like the string's going to break, or The beads themselves are fragile?
No, like she's going to lose it or play with it and it's going to get snagged. And yeah.
That's no way to live, Kate.
No, it's not. It isn't. I know that.
Okay. Just making sure.
What about you? Are you doing anything for Lent?
No. Do eggs count? Do eggs count as meat?
No, you can have eggs.
All right, so yeah, I'll just continue to have my regular diet.
Okay.
And call that good? Does that count? Is that okay or no?
I mean, sure. It's
I don't think
whatever.
so.
It's between you and the Lord, Matt.
Well, I gave up drinking for 6 months last year. I feel like that should
roll over.
Cover me for, sheesh. How long is Lent? 40 days?
No, it says 40 days, but Sundays in Lent don't count as part of the 40 days. Did you know that?
I did not, no.
I went to college and we were talking about Lent, and one of the girls on my floor was like, well, Sunday is not a day of Lent, so you can have what you gave up on Sundays. I was like, what? She's like, true story.
What?
You can have pop or...
I don't think so.
No, I'm not joking, Matt. It's a real thing that Sundays are not a day of Lent. I think it's cheating.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's true.
That's what God said, so...
I know. God said, be kind to each other, and you can cheat on Sundays.
So, then Lent itself is then what, 5 weeks or something? I'm trying to think.
You're going to make me...
Okay, so 6 months, well, I'm going to say I'm covered for at least 4 Lents. How's that sound?
I think it's funny that you're wanting to roll over instead of, like, start a new one.
Well, I should move Lent back a little bit, you know, 'cause similar to New Year's resolutions, it's difficult to make changes and sacrifices when it's this cold, you know?
It is. It is really hard to make those sacrifices when it's colder. I agree with you. When's Easter? March 27th? March 28th?
I don't know. You're the Easter expert.
I never claimed to be the Easter expert. 38 days. So...
Oh.
Hold on. 7 hours. How many days to March 28th? So is it really 40 days?
Oh. So, yeah, I'm not...
No.
No.
Your 6 months is going to roll over into 2021. I get it.
And then 2022 and 2023.
Right. I should get credit for that time in 2020.
I feel like it, yeah. 'Cause I didn't stop drinking in...
Because it wasn't easy, for sure, right? Like, be honest. It was not easy.
Well, yeah, especially at the beginning.
Well, yeah.
So May is when I quit last year. So
Okay.
my Lent begins May 9th. I believe it's May 9th. And then I made it 6 months to the day before I caved.
Nice.
And got wasted. Just kidding. I did not.
I did a sober October.
Although after going
So-
that long without drinks, man, that tolerance tells you what.
I know. Exactly. I will tell you that.
Tells you what? What were you saying?
I did a sober October. So, I mean, that's not as impressive as like 6 months, but I did a whole month.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, any amount. If you're a regular drinker, a couple of weeks can be trying, you know.
I read an article the other day that dry January did not go well for
Right.
the mass amounts of people that did dry January.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, which I get. I thought about it, and then it was like, nah.
What did they do, a survey or something, or what?
Yeah, it was a survey that some people didn't even make it to January 3rd.
Yeah.
I was like, I get that. I understand.
That's a good couple of days.
Right?
Well, you know, my neighborhood liquor store guy, I went in there during his hours, the owner of the establishment, right? And
Right.
Hey, you taking a break from the Guinness or what? And I took 6 months off of drinking completely. He's like, oh, okay.
Did he say, I know, I couldn't feed my kids that
Right.
during those times?
He's like, I had to pull my kids out of their private schooling because of you. And do you know how much income your purchases made up for us? No, he actually said, hey, no, that's good. That's good. It's good to prove to yourself that you can do it, and it's good to take a break. So,
Right.
yeah.
And to be fair, when I talk about it now, like, I don't drink all the time,
Mm-hmm.
but it's kind of like the idea of saying, like, I'm not going to drink. I've never wanted to drink more. Like last week, I think it was Thursday last week, it was drink wine day. And I was like, oh, it's drink wine day. I'm going to have some wine. And then when it came time to like pour a glass, I'm like, I'm not really into the mood. I'll have drink wine day over the weekend instead. So I think mine's probably mental. When I say I'm not going to do it, that's when I want it the most. Like I could eat tuna all week long, Matt, but on Friday, I want a cheeseburger.
Gross.
Oh, you and your judgy tuna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be judgy. I think isn't tuna a good thing to eat? Isn't that good for you?
Yeah, it is. Lots of protein.
You know how picky you are of an eater? Tuna is one of the few things that I'm
okay
on.
Biscuits and gravy. Essentially, it's like the white gravy, and you put it on biscuits.
Yeah, some sausage in there, right?
Yeah. Monty made tuna gravy the other night.
Oh.
Right? And he grew up with it. Like, this is how they served it. Tuna gravy, a can of peas, and toast.
Sheesh.
And I said, do you put the peas in the tuna? And he said, no, you could if you wanted to. And Elliot was talking trash on tuna all day long. Just, tuna's so gross, blah, blah, blah.
She's correct.
And then Monty's making the tuna gravy, and she's like, that smells pretty good. So she tried it, and she and Monty tore that stuff up. She didn't do the peas with it, and she didn't necessarily want a lot of toast. She just wanted to eat the tuna gravy, and I like tuna. I like tuna, Matt, but I don't do hot tuna. So.
Yeah, right. Tuna melt, no good?
No.
Okay, because that's hot tuna, right?
Yeah.
So is
tuna
this
noodles?
Tuna out of a can?
Yeah.
Or is this some kind of fresh tuna? Okay.
No, sometimes we get the packet of tuna, but most of the times it's the canned tuna.
The packets?
Yeah.
That's fresh?
Like a dry packet? Yeah. Well, it's like canned tuna, but you don't have to drain it.
Okay, can you get tuna at the butcher counter, or is that a thing?
I'm sure if it's like the tuna steaks or the tuna you're going to grill.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. Maybe he was making it out of that.
Oh, no, this is canned business here.
Okay.
This is poor people food. This is what he called it when he was growing up.
Okay, so instead of biscuits, you have bread?
Toast. Yep.
Okay, same thing. What kind of bread?
White.
White bread. Okay. Well, at least that's biscuit adjacent, I guess, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, I like hamburger gravy on toast, and we call it, blank on a shingle.
Oh.
That's good.
Yeah, it sounds tasty with that name.
I know. It's appetizing. But it was the only, we could get away with saying that word when we were little, because we're like, yeah, blank on a shingle.
Why were you able to get away? Oh, you're able to get away with saying the word blank.
Because that was the name of the meal. Yeah.
Oh, you're not just censoring yourself for radio.
I am censoring myself for radio, because we could say what I'm censoring when we were kids, when we were having that for dinner.
Why? Why is that allowed?
Because it was the name of the meal.
That was the name of the meal? Okay.
Yeah. Do you know what meal I'm talking about?
You said it's hamburger gravy.
Hamburger gravy.
And it's on a piece of bread.
Piece of toast.
Okay.
Not the same thing. You keep saying it's the same thing.
That's fair. Okay.
Blank.
Yeah, that's...
on a shingle. There's a lot of alliteration there.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
So that...
Okay.
Well, I'm asking, why was that use of the word... It was allowed in the use... Who named it that, I guess?
Generations before us. That was also poor people food.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think my dad grew up with it with chip beef instead of ground beef. And if you use ground beef, you were like, whoa, fancy. You guys have lots of money. So they called it blank on a shingle. Okay. Not really sure, but generations before us.
All right.
Yeah.
And so you have that in your house or no?
We do every now and then.
Okay.
It just sounds good. It's comfort food.
Yeah, it does sound pretty good.
I mean, a little bit of salt and pepper, a piece of toast.
And yes, bread should be toasted.
Yeah.
Most times.
Most times.
I think so, right?
I'll give you every now and then bread and butter on the side of your dinner is good.
Oh, okay.
But I'm with you, toast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not burnt, but...
No. Nope.
Good toasting, yeah.
And Monty didn't butter his toast with his tuna gravy, but I butter my toast for blank on a shingle.
Oh, and you did not partake in the tuna gravy food item, right? Okay.
No.
Making sure.
No. Nope. I had some egg salad.
Does that butter kind of disappear under the smothering of the beef and its gravy?
Oh, it's so good.
Okay.
So good. The addition of butter to the beef gravy. Yeah.
Salted butter?
You know it.
Okay. Yes, I do, apparently.
You know it. Some people say don't buy salted butter because you can always add salt.
Right.
I'm like, no, I can always add more salt.
Okay, yeah, I buy unsalted butter.
Yeah.
But then I only use butter for my eggs.
Yeah.
And the eggs get salted anyway.
Right.
So, good to know. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
About time we talked about food on this show.
Hit me up for more recipes. Blank on a shingle. I got the recipe if you guys need it.
Yeah. Search Pinterest. Is that on Pinterest too?
I don't know. Wouldn't that be funny?
Yeah, I'm going to search for it now.
I was going to say, now I'm going to go to my app.
I haven't been to Pinterest in forever.
I was just there just the other day for hard boiling eggs to see if, but they say shingles, plural.
Oh.
And the first one comes up with creamed chip beef and toast. But this one looks more like mine. I've never had the chip beef. I've always had ground beef.
Okay.
Or SOS. It comes up with SOS too.
Oh, man. Often we come into this show and there's a food item I didn't expect I'd learn about. And this one is up there.
This one is up there.
Yeah.
And like you said, how appetizing does it really sound with a name like that? I get it.
Yeah, it doesn't sound very, especially once you look at it. And it's called that because I can picture this thing in my brain.
I just sent you the recipe that kind of looks like mine, only I don't put green peppers in it.
Okay.
I bet you green peppers would be good in it, though.
You've sent me a recipe.
Yeah.
And this is not the food that you make?
This is very similar to the food that I make.
Blank on a shingle. That's what this is?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that's not a very good name considering what this looks like.
Right?
Yeah. This person needs to see the doctor.
I don't think so.
That's not how that's supposed to look. If that's what, if it's excrement on a shingle, that's just not what it should look like. Okay.
I sent you also the recipe of what Monty's kind of looked like the other night. Oh, gosh.
So you didn't take any photos of it yourself, huh?
I did not.
Reliant on the rest of the internet's photos?
I am.
Creamed tuna on toast. Takes me back to my childhood, says Rhonda Moore with 303 followers on Pinterest. Okay, Rhonda. I see you.
Somebody sees you.
And see, now I'm on Pinterest and I'm signed in and I'm getting all kinds of... See what your friend found. Okay. I haven't been logged into Pinterest in a while. There's lots of notifications there. Okay, great. Thanks, Kate.
Go.
Cream tuna.
You're welcome.
And S-word on a shingle. Great.
S-word on a shingle. Yep. Anytime I can help.
I feel like all the time you're helping, Kate.
All the time? That's awfully nice of you.
Most times.
Sometimes.
Okay. From time to time.
Every now and then.
Fine. Rarely. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Once in a blue moon.
Since we're doing apparently another food show here, and I didn't want to forget about this, because we got this feedback just before vacation there.
Yeah.
And
let's talk about it.
You were talking about making eggs in the microwave.
I was talking about making eggs.
Elliot doesn't like them too fluffy. Is that right? Was it Elliot?
Correct. She has certain ways that she likes her eggs.
So I ended up with a message on my desk phone, which is a fun way to interact with the show. And more or less, it was like, there's starving kids in Africa.
That's what he was saying that we heard when we were growing up. And our generation is making the next generation too soft because we grew up differently. We heard this is what you're eating and there's starving children in Africa. And we have essentially made the next generation of kids. I may be like playing loose with his words with too soft.
This is pretty good.
Okay. But I am 100% from the school of starving children in Africa. We also that's how.
I mean, in that being not that you're excited about that, but that
no, but that's the school that I grew up in. Correct. They're starving children in Africa. This is not a restaurant. That what we're having is what we're having, and if you don't like it, you're not eating. That's how I grew up, 100%.
Right.
And I will say that I am very similar to that. That they're starving children in Africa. This is what we're eating. I know that that's how she likes her eggs. If I make her eggs and they are too fluffy, I basically just say, oops, sorry about that. Eat the eggs.
You don't dump them directly into the trash.
No, because that's another rule we have in this house is we don't waste food in this house.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I feel like I may have come across that as that mom that says, oh, she doesn't like fluffy eggs. I better start over. I don't start over. I just know that that's how she likes her eggs. So that's the more success I have of her not wasting her food if she will eat the way that I cook them or if I cook the way that she likes them.
Well, and plus, it's not just that. You want your kid to have an enjoyable. You want to provide the maximum enjoyment that you have with a reasonable trade off, with reasonable cost. I mean, that's basically what, deducting 10 seconds from the cook time, like just knowing that someone
Right.
You don't have to feel bad about other people being very, unlucky in life, and not being able to feed themselves every time that you cook your eggs the way you or your kid enjoys them. Like, let's give ourselves a little bit of a break here. But
yes, I agree. And there are some times where I will offer, like, okay, hey, I'm not making dinner tonight. So what's something that you want? And Elliot will say, I want breakfast. And Finley will say, I want grilled cheese. And so I will offer to make those things. I'm not, okay, I'm whipping up spaghetti tonight and tacos and we're going to do homemade pizzas. Like, that's not. So sometimes I feel like a short order cook where my mom would be like, no, we're all doing grilled cheeses. But I don't know. Sometimes making eggs is just pretty easy.
Yeah.
Especially in the microwave. So
yes.
Yeah.
I still haven't tried the over easy eggs in the microwave deal. Haven't tried that. I really enjoy my electric skillet is just next level, I
right
just
there.
enjoy right there.
It's
and since
right there.
roast vegetables into the head of the eggs, saute, trying to think of the right word to use there. Vegetables in there first. It's already hot and ready to go. But
there you are.
But I'm sure someday I'll end up in a situation.
Yep.
And try eggs over easy in the microwave. I think that sounds like a fun challenge. But I'm not going to do it when the electric skillet's right there calling my name.
I think if we talked about school lunches, I'd get roasted way more for school lunches than I do for how I cook my kids' eggs.
Oh, yeah.
So, my mom, I think we were like in third grade, and my mom was like, I'm not making lunches. If you guys don't want what's on the menu, you have to make your own lunch. And to be honest, we had like little old ladies in our grade school kitchen, and they made a lot of things fresh, so it was super good. But for the few times that they made something that I didn't like, I didn't mind bringing a, peanut butter and jelly. But like kids that would have like the turkey sandwich and the bag of chips and the cookies, I was just like, oh man, they always got it. So I did buy some cute little bento boxes. They look like takeout boxes.
I was going to say, I should have guessed that. Damn it.
Yeah, I do the bento boxes for the girls.
Yeah, bento boxes are cool.
Yeah. And so they get their little, their sandwiches, and they get their vegetables, and sometimes fruit, and sometimes chips, and sometimes a cookie. But I always give them a note on their lunch. So.
Oh, that's sweet. Always?
I know. Always. Finley has kept all of her notes. She's got like a little folder in her dresser of all of her lunch notes, which I think is super cute.
They'd say things like, I'm very disappointed that you didn't put up your toys last night.
Eat all your carrots or I'm going to shove them up your nose. We did tell them that we've got security footage at the school, though, and I can tell if they throw away their vegetables.
God.
So there's that.
Yeah, you're also teaching them about the ever-increasing surveillance state, Kate.
Police state.
Yeah.
You guys don't think I can't get to your lunch footage? You're crazy. They email the parents that stuff. I know exactly who you sit by and
It's messed up, Kate.
a little bit. But guess what? They eat their carrots. And they get a love note that says, I love them very much.
How do you know they eat their carrots? That first off, yes, that's nice of you to say you love them. How do you know that they're actually eating those carrots, though?
Because they tell me they do. And they come home empty.
You can just dump them in the trash.
Again, I think they're kind of scared of me catching the video.
I hope that they secretly know you're full of it and are never eating the carrots.
If they haven't caught on about me being full of it in so many other areas of their life, I still have time.
Okay.
Still got time.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
I know, right? That's kind of where I'm at. My baby just turned 9.
My baby.
My baby. That means my job is halfway done with my baby. I'm having a hard time with it.
Yeah. I was trying to think if that's the optimistic take or the pessimistic. Halfway done.
I know. Halfway done.
Halfway started.
I mean,
I guess it really depends.
yeah. The formative years.
Oh, yeah. They're going to be empty nesters before you know it.
No, I'm trying to tell them they can live with us for forever.
Are you sure? Time is just going and going and going. And even in the before times, I felt like time was really accelerating due to age, you know?
Yeah. We had a couple of months where it was like March and April and May were really, really long. And June flew by.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I really thought time stood still there for a while because I was trying to work at home and homeschool, and Monty was out of town. And yeah, last year was, whew.
Now everything's better.
Now everything's so much better. Yeah, we're days away from being in the house, Matt.
Yeah.
Couple weeks.
Yeah. Exciting times. Everything's on track.
Everything's on track. We don't have a deck yet, which they can't we can't close on the house without a deck because that's, you can't just walk out the sliding doors and have nothing.
Yeah, plummet.
Right. So, and it's not that far of a fall, but I have to wrap my head around that the house probably won't be painted. The outside of the house won't be painted by the time we take over.
But you think the deck's going to be done?
But they said the deck's going to be done.
Okay.
Got the appliances, and we got a call from Nebraska Furniture Mart that said our fridge had a scratch on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, fantastic. How long is it going to take to get a new fridge? And they were like, well, we could make it right. And so we go up to the house to look at the fridge because they put it in. And I'm looking at it, and I don't see a scratch on there. I'm like, are they sure it's ours? Like, were they calling somebody else's?
So you're going to get a discount?
Yeah. I can't even see the scratch. But okay.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll take it. I think we're waiting on carpet, the deck, the finishing touches on the interior paint, toilets.
Oh, yeah, those are key.
Those are important. Yeah, but we got lights and we got appliances and we got counters and backsplash and sinks.
Did you go for the bidet model toilets like I was hoping?
We did not.
Okay.
To Monty's frustration, we did not.
Oh, he was in on the idea?
Just kidding. Yes, he was. We were kidding, but he was the one who was like, hey, we could look at... But switching up the toilets from their standard toilets was obscene. So I was like, we'll just take what they give us.
Yeah, here toilets can get costly.
Which I had no idea, Matt. Like, I feel like we are going to have really short toilets.
Oh.
Because I was looking at the toilets in the model house, and they're really short. I have a feeling that we're going to complain about those when we live there. But
maybe that means you won't have to get a squatty potty.
Yeah, maybe. We won't need a squatty potty because we're already on the floor.
Yeah. You guys thought about just having a hole where a toilet would be? Because I think that's the true... It's
best for your loins that way.
That is the true squatty potty.
Yeah. Hole in the ground.
Pop in a squat. Yep. That's how you do it. Something about your colon being aligned with the rest of your intestines correctly, right? Something like that?
Something like that.
Okay.
It's ergonomically correct. How do they say it?
Keeps the carpal tunnel away. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
You know, some people, I think they stay on their phones a lot on the toilet, and I guess you could get carpal tunnel sitting on the toilet potentially.
Probably.
I thought about that. Yeah. I'm surprised I hadn't thought about that. Weird.
Weird.
All right, so you're pretty hyped for it. We're
pretty excited.
Yeah.
Pretty excited. Trying to figure out the details of when to move things, when to get things, when to, officially be in the house and out of the apartment. That's a little bit more of like a riddle at this point.
Ooh.
But
intriguing.
I know. But we bought a new mattress, and that is going to be delivered like 5 days after we close.
Oh.
I think so. It's like, well, let them deliver that, and we'll get it set up. And
so you're going to have to move your current mattress in there for just a few days. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know if we'll move the current mattress there, because I think it'll be during the week that Monty's out of town. So, like, certainly I can do an air mattress for a couple of days, right? Certainly.
I think so. Air mattresses, I think, are pretty comfortable. But
well, and I don't think we have a El Cheapo either. I think we've got a pretty nice air mattress. So,
you got a 3-star hotel level of air mattress.
I think that was the idea when we bought it, that when we'd be offering it to people at our house to sleep on, we didn't want them to like be terribly uncomfortable. So
there's the floor. Have a good night of sleep.
Did you bring a sleeping bag? No, too bad. Here's a blanket. Yeah. So figuring like the logistics, that's going to be kind of tricky. And do we have to bite the bullet and, have movers help us from the apartment? I don't know, but we'll figure it out. It'll happen. We will be in the house. All will be well. I did practice, though. I made Monty go down to the basement, and I stayed in the kitchen, and I hollered a couple of times. Yep, he can hear me.
Practicing yelling down the stairs. And that's funny.
Yeah. Same thing with the girls. I made them go to their rooms. They don't have doors yet, but I hollered anyways.
When there's more stuff in the house, your voice probably won't carry as far. Couches and things will absorb it, right?
I don't know, Matt. I've got a pretty decent set of pipes here.
You've been practicing?
I'm out of practice, I guess, because I haven't been having to really holler in the apartment. You're like, hey, they can usually hear me.
You can just reach over and poke them.
Right.
You.
Unless the smart speaker is blaring and the door is shut, they really can't hear me. But
the smart speaker blaring, huh?
Oh, man.
You got one that's that loud?
Well, I think it's not, even on the setting that it's not that loud, that it's still pretty loud.
You have the tube or you have the hockey puck?
I have the hockey puck.
Oh, it's getting that loud on you. Okay.
Well, yeah, because they put it in the corner by their Barbie house.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of the word. Mm-hmm. Is it a castle? It's a house. It's a castle.
Kind of.
But they're tucked in the corner, and they've got their smart speaker, and they're playing in the door shut. And so it's kind of like, okay, maybe they can't hear me.
Oh, I see. So. Gotcha. It's a party at Ken and Barbie's. It took me a little bit to get that out.
That's okay.
I think I was too distracted by Kevin and Valerie, Jean and Kim, and Chad and Anna, your new neighbors, your upcoming neighbors, I should say.
And I don't know the new neighbors yet. There's one house in between all of those neighbors. I don't know them. I just know that out of all of those people, we're the only ones with little kids.
But you think the new people have kids, right?
No.
Oh, no. Okay.
Rumorville.
Oh, so that was a rumor going around? Okay.
Well, Anna told me that she met them and that they didn't have kids like we have kids. So maybe they have grown children.
Rumorville.
Rumorville.
Is that a town?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Yep. Rumorville. I don't know why people say that, but
I think you're the only person I've heard say that.
Are you serious?
I think so.
Oh.
I'm surprised I haven't called you out or asked you about it before.
It is not a Kate original. Not. And I couldn't tell you where I adopted it, but I'm not going to let it go, apparently.
I wouldn't let go, yeah. Hold on to that one tight. Hold that one close to your heart.
Talking to someone, Rumorville, we get Friday off at noon because of blah, blah, blah. Or Rumorville, you're dating someone. Or Rumorville, so-and-so's getting a divorce.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No one would try to start that rumor about me because no one would believe it.
Are you giving up online dating for Lent?
Yes, there you go.
Oh, Matt, I think we should have an experiment. I think you should online date.
I'm already scared. Okay.
I know. I think you definitely should online date. And we should, I say we, you should let me have your profile and set it up.
And chat for me. Chat on my behalf.
Yes. I can vet them.
Yeah, but then eventually they're going to meet me and realize how jacked up my personality is. This guy is nothing like he is on the internet. Huh.
No.
This guy's somehow worse in real life than he is on the internet? I didn't think that was possible for anybody. Huh.
This guy's a lot smarter in person. This guy is a good catch.
Oh, Kate, come on.
He's got his own retro room. I was trying to think of something that I was like, don't want to say he owns his own house, or, hey, he's got a retro room. There you go.